is this show still going? It's been what, like 3 decades now? I apologize, I just shared it. My brother loves that show, by the way, even though that's not the point of it, and there's something special on right now. So, I actually, Bomb Masters is meh. I don't know, this show's okay. You know, that's not the point of this topic right now. It's basically like American anime, right? Like Kappa Mikey. And what the bloody hell was I've been looking at, Mon? That's disturbing as hell. Okay. It's an interesting show, it is. Don't watch it if you're basically, are probably less than, well, I mean, you talk about like teens that will watch shows like that, right? I can't explain it. If you're like less than 14, don't recommend, right? I mean, I watched South Park since I was 5, even though I shouldn't have, but, whatever. So, basically, since I just finished up eating my noodles, and watching all the animes for tonight, which is a relief, I actually want to talk about something really, really important, and I think, Dion, this is probably like the appropriate timing to actually talk about. So, just actually share this, right? I've been seeing a handful of YouTubers already. One called Jamari, right? Basically, that, he's pretty handsome. That, Mexican, man that does those, like, reviews of, like, different people that... I haven't looked up his channel. It's a commentary channel, if that actually makes sense. Like, he basically does updates of, like, maybe, like, celebrities or just random people that do, like, puppet freakouts or something like that. I do watch those type of channels, too. And... oh, man, it gets hella disturbing. I apologize. What the hell? You know, that's a nice, what, Tampac? Oops. And the thing is, basically, he not only talked about this YouTuber, but also this one called Sulij, if I actually got his name correct. And the person that is practically in shock here is him. Oh, wow, 20 minutes. I gotta watch that later. Optimus. So basically, if you don't know who Cyrus is, I don't know who the hell he is either, right? He's supposed to be this... commentary. He's really popular, and he deleted all of his videos because he knew what he did. He actually has well over 1 million, and the thing is that he was 16, he was underage, right? However, though, it doesn't excuse him to talk to someone that's much younger, you know, because he's basically almost an adult himself, right? He was talking to a 12-year-old girl, like not even a teenager, right? And basically for someone that age, it's much bigger, right? Like, compared to, let's just say that when I was 18, I did like the man that was 30. I know that may seem a little bit sick for a lot of people, but I was an adult, right? And basically, how do I explain this? This is back when I had some family problems, and I kind of lived with him in a way. Even though he did kind of pressure me to have sex, he didn't groom me, right? Even though at the same time he did. Not because I'm underage, because I didn't consent to sex, right? Because it's basically, he kind of said that it was like a friends with benefits. I don't know what the hell that means. It's basically you're friends with someone, but there is an exception, or you in return have to give them sex, right? Which is what he wanted. He was a really big man. He was kind of attractive. He was hot, right? He was Mexican. It actually makes sense. He was like 6 foot, so yeah, he's much, much taller than me, and I got nervous around him, right? You know, and at that time when I was like in my early 20s and out of high school, right? Or in high school. I know that seems sick, but I'm still a grown adult. Okay, I was curious of older men at the time. Not too old, of course, right? Because I was still trying to discover myself. And that's why I prefer to talk to boys or, you know, like that age and up to the like early, maybe mid-20s. It depends on the person, right? Let me actually just play this video very quick, and
but this particular day,
that's Cyrus speaking.
I don't know. I'd seen it for like the billionth time, and then I acted on it, and I can't ever undo that, man. I had no reason to act on it. I had no reason to have her added. I had no reason to fucking say hello to her. There wasn't anything specific about her or something. It wasn't because of her age or anything, or of how she looked or anything.
Oh, I forgot to close this up. My mistake. There we go.
Like, wanted to do shit with me. And I was like, wow, somebody wants to do shit with me.
So he was sending you horny, quote, messages for a long ass time, but when you're drunk, it's, wow, a girl actually likes me. Interesting.
And then it happened that first time, right? And then the next day, I felt a bunch of guilt. And I was like, dude, I was really fucked up last night. But put in the work.
And trying to make himself look like a victim.
Wrong, even though it's obvious. I'm older than her.
Used to think he was a good person. You know how fucked up that shit is? There was a whole ton of screenshots posted on Instagram.
Boy, there must be a lot. Okay, so just to actually pause on one of them, right? I'm guessing that's supposed to be his Instagram, and basically that's him in the blue, if you actually can see it here. How can you do something with that? A fucking what? Child. Oh, okay, that's someone else. My mistake. Okay. I hope I can change. That must be him in the gray. Okay, that makes sense. You always have yours. Well, you never deserve, blah, blah, blah.
It's posted on Instagram by two different users, D. Brocken and Hello Indigo, and we're gonna go over these screenshots real quick and talk about them.
I just want to share
These two
one.
screenshots showcase one of Cyrus's close friends figuring out what he's done and that he's a pedophile. I'm not sure who this friend is, but some pretty deep shit goes down right here. Cyrus is an abusive weirdo piece of shit who needs some serious fucking help. I've got all of his exes in my DMs telling me they experienced the same shit as me. If you're one of his e-girls here to hit on me, literally run away from that man.
I don't know what the hell egos mean. And the reason why I wanted to share this, you know, I'll give him like this actually spread awareness on that. And his channel is doing pretty well right now. Oh, he actually made another video, and he only has 337 subscribers. The reason why, and I know my channel may not be doing good, but I try not to compare myself towards other creators out there. I just want to do videos that I feel comfortable with. I need to be upfront, okay? And don't worry, I did say his name, okay? I need to come front because I know I should say this until March because it's been almost a year now. But don't worry, I did not give out his username of his Snapchat and whatnot. I do not want anyone to actually do any harm. And I still feel traumatized because I had feelings for him, even though not the actual age he basically told me, right? These are screenshots I took. There are a buttload and they're not in order. So this is going to be really, really hard. So the Indo-Vietnamese boy that I met on Amigo, right? And I did comment on Jamari's video unless it probably got removed. Because about me being a victim of sexual assault and rape, right? It did happen. You don't believe me, of course. But basically, these are just a handful. Hold on, I know there's like other stuff that are kind of a little bit private that I don't want to share though. I mean, because I know there's like this random like stuff and even like I don't know, like the I don't need to share too much, okay? Okay, how am I gonna explain this? Alright. Okay, because I did not, like, give out the name, and I thought I did at first, but basically, just to share some... This is gonna be hard for me to actually discuss. I deeply apologize, right? And... I know, I feel like I gotta get proof for everything. I refuse to do so. Okay, I always thought that I have to overshare things, and I know, like, Dion, you don't have to do that. The thing is, basically, that Indo-Vietnamese boy that I've met, right? They're not in order, by the way. So, just to, like, share, like, the last text he sent me, right? And if you see the blue and the gray, it means he saved it, because when we chatted from there, I don't remember what the hell that I actually said on there. We talked back and forth for a week. And the first 2 days, we talked for 12 hours, right? So, yeah, so you could feel happy. Was I really enjoying your fetish? No, but regardless, I did it for you so that you could be happy. I mean, I wouldn't even express how many times I feel that you are demanding to me, which I have not. And are we friends? If you were to say that, this is when I stopped texting him completely. When he told me, are we in love? I'm not. Do I find you cute? Sure. Alright, I just want to know that this rod is always getting up on you. He does not know what I've been through. Let's see, I'm not sure where the hell... Yeah, because his grammar is a little bit off sometimes, right? I know, with me being autistic, I don't like... my pet peeve is when people do not have correct grammar. Live life as there's no tomorrow. Be happy, be grateful. After what he did to me, find joy out there in the living, not here on Snapchat if you just want to repeat your unforgettable trauma. You do not know that people... Wait, you did not know that people are just an anonymous behind the screen. Lastly, I hope you're happy with the service. Sorry, those are other screenshots, right? Okay, you know, they're based off, like, thumbnails from, like, other channels, but that's the case if I ever show something too much. I hope you're happy with the service I gave you. Weird he says service. But after this, I'm disengaging from our conversation. Interesting, he said that. If you have a couple words, say it, but most likely I'm not going to reply. Would I still talk to you someday? Am I going to block you? No. Kind of funny he said that. And the reason why I want to share this is because, this is him, right? Okay, I'm not, I still know his Snapchat, but I'm not giving it out. Okay, and I do have the date that this was taken, because I had a private, Instagram. I'm not giving that out either. I don't even use it. I don't even like getting on social media. I don't, okay? For the ones that follow me, great, but I'm not coming back until whenever that time is healthy for me. I'm just speechless who decided to talk to me like this. And you gotta remember, this is the same boy, right? In the topic of age, I really hate to say this, but I'm actually still 19. I don't care. You're still a grown man. I would turn 20 by August. I'm so sorry for lying like that. I really hope you don't mind. I mean, it's only your difference, right? I said I was 20 because I thought by saying I was 19, it would bother you because you said something about not younger than 19. I said not younger than 18. So he must have misread it. But I really enjoyed talking to you and hope we could continue. I hope you don't mind me. I'm sorry, right? And I had a massive crush on him, right? And we talked for a week. The first 2 days, we talked for 12 hours. I don't know how the hell we managed. And this other one, not to mention, of course, the talk, because, yeah, I find boys are much harder to me attractive, okay? It's human nature to feel that way, because I've been protected by boys that are much bigger than me growing up, and that's why I feel safe around them. Even though sometimes they can be scary, right? Let's see. Come to think of it, I don't have as much life experiences as you do, even worked in an organization, because he told me that he actually, you know, does, like, activities outside of school, which is in college, right? Which you see down here, it was not that big of an organization. It was at senior high school and stopped when I was 12th grade because I had to focus on exams and whatever the hell else that I actually cut in there. And this is what I said, right? You're not under 18, of course, as I will receive mixed reactions. I get seen by mixed is basically, I'm thinking, like, you know, before he was okay with the fetishes I have. I'm thinking, okay, like, if you were underage, then we cannot do that, right? And basically, I don't mind talking to anyone under 18, and I know this may sound sickening. I need to eat some Burger King. Sorry about that. I would just make up with food right now, and then I apologize. This is why... Okay. Well, I apologize. My mind is all over the place. This is fucking stressful. It is. Okay? And I feel fucking guilty for this. Even if they just want someone to chat with and be friends, I will refuse. This is me saying this in the red, right? Because of what happened to me in the past and how people like to spread false rumors. I would not want to be friends with someone that's under 18. Even though there's something wrong with that, right? Because friends, okay? I'm not talking about dating here. I'm talking about, like, friends. It doesn't matter how old the person is. Like, hell, like, I could be friends with my nephews and nieces, right? Even though they're my nephews and nieces. And they're much younger than me, right? My youngest, she's 13, right? But it's not like you're dating someone that age, if that actually makes sense, right? Like, having sex or something involved. It's hard to explain it. And I accidentally screenshot the chat. It was an auto feature. Didn't know what that was on this phone. And I know I said this, it sounds wrong. I actually find it even harder you're younger, as sick as it sounds, as you're still an adult teen. And why would I start talking to you? You're not under 18, of course, as I receive mixed reactions, right? It got cut off there, right? Because I want to... Who's that cute guy? Bob Ross? Interesting. Sorry, don't swim for you. I want to actually compliment him and not make him feel guilty. Plus, he would actually, show me like a body pic, not nude. It's him in clothes, right? And he would do like a little comparison. Definitely not, how am I gonna say this? Not really too sure that. It's not nothing nude or anything, right? But, and plus he did deleted all those videos with him, like, doing, like, my fetishes and whatnot when he confronted me. I'm glad he did. Because it traumatized me and I was a victim of him, right? Nothing sexual, no nudity, like him having his pants off or showing his butt. I do not want to see any of that. I even told him. And hell, I even told him I wasn't comfortable seeing his face, right? So, basically, he was okay with this when I thought he was 20 at the time, and, you know, we just talked about, like, gaming and languages and whatnot, you know, just how you were built a conversation, and, you know, that's basically, I swear, I feel guilty sharing all this, because I don't want to share too much, but just to share a couple more, I know this has something to do with Cyrus, right? You know, kind of is, because even if you're, like, underage at that age, you're still much old enough to know what he did, right? Like, Dion, like, you were a victim, you know, you feel like you weren't. Let's actually, talk on here. I'm actually still 19. I would turn 20 by August. He said it himself. I'm so sorry for lying like that. I really hope you don't mind. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, sorry about that. This is the same one, right? Okay, my mistake. Alright, so let me actually continue. You see? That's from him. Right? Okay, let me find the other ones. Here we go. So, he basically said here, what happens simply on text, and for once only, I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not 19 nor 20. In fact, I'm just 16. The reason why I blatantly lie about my age is because of you. Think about yourself. No one likes you. You've been assaulted. Yeah, I know I have. You barely feel comfort. Why would I? In a way, I mean, at least when he told me just now, that I would even lie about my age like this is for you, right? I want you to feel like, hey, there are still people out there that care about you, but lying about your age is not okay at all. Don't panic. I'm not a threat to you. I mean, if you're an adult, like, if you lied about, like, once, I don't care. But when he's underage, then, yeah, this is a big deal. I'm not a threat to you. I'm not going to report you. You know why I deleted all my steps to you? It's for your safety. You keep talking about relieving your trauma times and times with me, and I know it's hard, but just let it effing go. There's no good at remembering all those things unless you want to feel sad and depressed all life. Is age the only thing I lied about? Yes. Which is what he did, right? If I told you stories about that, including older age in it, it's most likely true, but just in different younger age. Still, though, after he did, it's not okay. I'm gonna be honest. I loved him, right? Maybe that's why if I ever talk to someone that is from Indonesia or Vietnam, I think about him before he said he was 16, because it's a lot of effort. Like, it's really rare for me to even have a crush on anyone. Yeah, I may, like, say something in an aesthetic way, but it's this, like, for complimenting. Like, you'll compliment on someone's clothes and whatnot, right? You know, there's a difference. And it still messes me up, to this day, of what he did. I'm still looking for the other screenshots. I thought I have more, like, just to give you proof on the dates. Great. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Okay, my apologies. I don't want to go back on Instagram again, so I actually don't remember how to get back in, because I think I kind of forgot my password. Because, you know, you actually have to, like, well, of course, it kind of sucks on Instagram now that you have to make an account in order to actually view stuff and whatnot, right? But, basically that did happen in March. I forgot what day exactly. I know I have on my phone, like, when I, like, the first time I actually took those, I had to disclose that later. I'm still trying to heal from this, right? And basically, this is this evidence, you know, for my protection. Even though it was kind of him, still, after what he did, it messed me up. And just to give you more detail, right? I'm not sure if other people have fetishes. I'm sure people do have fetishes, but mine isn't that common. He would be okay. Okay, I know this is weird and all, right? And it's kind of like Cyrus's point of view. It's what he did was sickening, right? Like compared to that boy, D, right? That's the only name that I know, and that's the only thing I can actually get to all of you on here. He would be okay with my, like, with my, like, stomach, or school kink, right? Like, he would basically wear, like, a small shirt, because I remember I was listening to, like, him, like, maybe, like, watching some Beatles in his language. I think it was, like, an Indonesian, and I would hear him laugh. And, of course, he never showed his face, right? He would like to stretch on the chair, and I would see, like, his belly showing, and I would get aroused by that. And he was even okay with it. He basically didn't say that, oh, you're being demanding. I've seen you 40 effing times. He didn't tell me any of that, right? He was okay with it. I didn't even pressure him for news. I would always ask permission as well, right? I'm really up. Even if it annoys someone, I'm going to keep asking. I'm not going to say, oh, you know what, show your cockatiel, right? Or show your damn, furry peach. Like, people online would do that. It's disturbing. And I even had a dream that he would actually end up blocking me. This is the night before that this incident happened, when he confronted him by his actual age. And, yeah, it was a nightmare. Because I knew, like, oh my goodness, what have I done, right? This is before he said he was 16. This is when he was 19, right? So, it messes me up mentally, because I liked him. I did. He's supposed to be 18 in August and whatever. I'm just thinking, like, why? I just want to say is for any older teens, please do not do this. Literally, like, preying on adults and lying about your age. It happened to me, like, twice already. Him, I think it's like the third time. It's not okay. Almost out of storage. I feel embarrassed sharing this, but after hearing, like, about Cyrus and whatnot, like, 16 is much more old enough. Hearing people say it's a child, like, I get it, but child be like 12 and younger, right? You're not even a teen yet. I don't fucking know. Thank you for listening.